Hey everyone, Rocksteady Letty here. So, a lot of us are going through a huge shift in where we have the sudden urge to need to heal, to need to find the underlying meaning to our existence and our purpose, and how to get there and how to reach our highest self. If you are on that path, you're more or less likely going through a spiritual awakening. There are, in my opinion and in my experience, stages where people have gone through in the spiritual awakening, and one of them is called the dark night of the soul. So with that said, I think that we need to understand what healing means, and why we're healing, and healers too, and the sacred medicines that Gaia provides for us. All of these are just tools, are guides to help us it's like a glimpse, of the path that we should take, or the path that is, the best one. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself correctly, but none of these are gonna heal you. No one can heal you. Nothing can heal you. You can go to Peru and sit with the shaman. You can go sit with the guru, and you'll still feel the same. The only one that can go within is you. So with that said, let's talk about the dark night of the soul, because it sucks. So the dark night of the soul happens after you have an initial spiritual awakening. A spiritual awakening can mean anything for anyone, but it puts you on a path of trying to reach your highest self. For me, mine was quite magical, and I'll definitely make another video on that on another day. But it was very short-lived. The honeymoon stage it quickly came and left. And then that's where the real cleansing began. That's where the real work began. One of the symptoms, what are the symptoms, and what did I feel? And these are symptoms that a lot of people would resonate with. I was confused. A lot of it was confusion, and it still kind of is. You kind of lose a sense of self. You don't know who you are anymore, where you stand, what is your place in the world, what is your purpose. I think a lot of the time it was me trying to find out my purpose. Like, why am I here? Why am I going through this? I just don't understand. You feel like you're in the void. The things that used to fulfill you, the things that you knew as your life as it was, no longer make sense to you. You feel desolate, you feel alone, because more so, you start experiencing things that you don't necessarily feel comfortable sharing with society, your friends, family, whatever. Changes and experiences with your vision and your dreams. Rattling notions of impending doom, paranoia. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it there, but that's a big one for me, because for a while I did question my sanity. I did look into, maybe I'm suffering through a mental breakdown. Now I know I'm not, and because I have people and I've resonated with people that have gone through the same thing I am. Another thing that I have experienced going through the dark night of the soul is that your life starts constantly moving from one massive change to another in the span of a very short time. It's so much that it takes a toll on you emotionally and physically. You're constantly being presented with incredibly challenging life circumstances. And I mean, we're talking real life things like financial instability in your relationships. That was a big one for me. Problems with your home, friends that no longer resonate or you no longer click with. This is really important to keep in mind when going through the dark night of the soul, practicing self-love. And that's why I made this video, because as life is throwing you big ass lemons after lemons after lemons, it's really hard to stay grateful. It's really hard to find that that light at the end of the tunnel. And so I'm here to say that I've been through it. You know, I've been through it twice in the last year of my spiritual experience, a spiritual awakening. And every single time that I've nagged and pulled, it's been worse. Trust your process. Trust that the universe is taking care of you as long as you're acting in the highest sense of truth, love, and compassion. And I promise you, you will be okay. Thank you so much. Wishing you love and abundance, and I'll catch you later.